And here we are. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen and friends beyond the binary. I am Amanda Bonanza, and this is Medioker Poker, and we are just about to be dealt in to our 5-10 PLO game. Limit Omaha. 4 cards, 2 from your hand, 3 from the board. Best 5-card hand wins. We're going to try a new strategy today. It's not that new, but I've been practicing a little 5-card PLO, which is a little different. You have to have a different approach. And I'm going to try the strategy from there over here. I think it's going to work, which is we're going to be blasting off in position with equity. So anytime we've got we're in position and we've got a good solid equity hand, we're just fucking bombing the pot. And so we're going to see how that works out. We're going to give that a shot. Hey, say hi. Hopefully Emily, I need to give Emily I forgot to give her the Zoom link. Give me a second. All right, that'll just take a second. I forgot all about that part. Oh, you're not supposed to see that. Oh, that's a terrible hand. We won't be playing this hand, just so you know. Yeah, we're not going to even... No. They're just such bad cards. Like, I mean, even for one big blind. I mean, we're at 2 pair. Maybe we should have, but we've been out of position multi-way with really bad cards. Like, even for one big blind, it's not worth it. And I just sent Emily the Zoom link, so hopefully she'll get here. I have to give y'all a heads up. Oh, hey, Emily. I just was done yawning. I was telling him I forgot to send you the Zoom link, and I was just about to explain about how hungover I am.
No.
But what we are doing. Oh, I need to share the screen with you, don't I? So you can see what's happening.
Yeah, that might work. Yeah, that should work. Yeah, I'm on my phone,
Right.
but that's fine.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you that here, shared with you.
I
And
love
this,
your
I
sweet casino
should be able to
background.
do
That's pretty
that.
dope.
Yeah. Well, it's not a casino. It's a rumpus room in a proper rich
Oh.
person's house. Yeah, that's how I like to roll. There you go. You've got a shared screen. We actually have what on the surface here looks good, but it's not good. And here's why that's not a good hand. First of all, we're out of position. We're in the small blind. Second of all, the ace isn't suited. It's a dry ace. Dry aces suck. The other thing is yes, we've got ace, queen, 10, and the 4 that wraps around, but we've got 3 spades. So we're blocking our own spade flush, and the flush is only to the queen. So I'm not going to be playing this hand in the small blind. Especially we're already multi-way. We've got limpers, and so we've got limpers at this table. And so just basically, if you're gonna play a hand like out of position multi-way, you have to have a monster. And so we're not even going to entertain it, not even for half a big blind, because these are the kind of hands that get you into trouble. Like, you end up hitting something and you think that you have to continue, and you kind of do, and then you lose a bunch to better hands that are in position.
Makes sense.
Now, if we look at what we would have had here, we would have had a pair of 10s, which isn't great. And then we also would have had a backdoor flush draw to the second nuts. And so now that goes out the window. But we also have like weird straight equity, but except for there's a diamonds out there. Like, all of this is a great hand to have avoided. This would be a great hand to play in position. If I was on the button and I was dealt and I had this hand, I would absolutely bring it in. But out of position multi-way, no. And this run out is exactly why. Because this is the kind of thing we couldn't have left. Here I would have hit a straight, and I've been like, well, I got a call when someone bets their flush now, which they're going to do.
Interesting. And yeah, always getting the win on the river is bad.
Yeah. And then they had a flush to the 6, but we would have called it because it was a small bet, and we would have, instead of losing half a big blind, we would have lost probably about 20. Maybe 15, who knows? Like, we probably would have lost more than half the big blind that we did lose just by folding the small blind. This hand is also not good. I'm not going to play it. I'm going to play tight. I'm going to play good ranges. I'm going to play solid GTO ranges. I like that same thing where it's like, oh, well, the king's suited. And this, if you look at it in terms of like Texas Hold'em, you see a king jack, you see a suited king, and you see a 6-5. And you're like, oh, those are all playable hands in Texas Hold'em, but like you're not looking at Jack 5 offsuit and Jack 6 offsuit and King 5 offsuit. Like all the 4 cards have to really work together. And yeah, suited king's okay if other cards work with it too, but just by itself, when that's the best aspect of your hand and it's only suited to the 6, like it's pretty bad. It's pretty not good. So we're not sad, and see, look at how that's going, And there we go. And then someone just went crazy with a 2 pair, but we saw them go crazy with 2 pair, so we can kind of mark that. Went hog wild with top 2. So we'll make a note of that. We'll fold this bad hand in the cutoff. And we'll just that's what we're gonna do. And so now those were the position hands. Was the button and the cutoff. And so now the next hand will be in the hijack and then the low jack after that. And those are middle position, early position. And so we're gonna have to play even tighter because, like I said, if you're playing out of position multi-way, you just have to play super tight. You have to only play monsters. I'm talking like just so glaringly obvious good hands that you have no choice but to play them. But pretty much we're going to be looking to fold a whole lot of our range. Is Vit B illegal? Vitamin B illegal? No. What, you can still get vitamin B here. Yeah, you can get it over the counter at like any store. I don't know where you might have heard that, Charlotte, but like no vitamin B is still legal as far as I know. Like you can just buy it at the store. They've got it at all the stores. I should get some. Actually, it's a good idea. Could use some B12, little energy. I was just explaining to you. I don't even remember if I told you all how hungover I am, but I'm very, very hungover. I went out last night. It's my birthday on Monday, and last night I went out for like kind of like my birthday weekend. And it was like a last minute surprise thing, and I just got fed gin drinks. So this is also a bad hand, but we are on the big blind, meaning, and it's now 4-handed, which opens up our range a little bit, but to a lead, under the gun lead, there's no reason to call this. This isn't a hand where it's defending 9-4-4-6. It's terrible. Well, that's good. Vegemite's got a lot of vitamin B, and that makes me happy. Charlotte says she's going to send me some Vegemite and some chocolate biscuits, which in Australia, biscuits mean cookies. I had to explain that to her in the chat. I think she knows. I think you probably know. I feel like everyone knows everything about the United States and how kind of backwards we are with the whole rest of the world. We're still on the British imperial system of measurement, which Britain abandoned in 1964, which I find endlessly ironic and embarrassing at the same time. Oh, yeah, we would have had a nice trips there. I don't even know if they would have been nice. Still sketchy. Small blind again. Bad hand again. Not playing it. Nope. And we got... So I don't know if any limpers are left. I haven't seen someone limp in a minute. But like I said, now it's 4-handed. So we do get to open up our late position range. We're not opening up our early position ranges. Which is really just a small blind now because the cutoff is like under the gun 4-handed. So we do get to open up our ranges and play a little. We'll be playing more hands just because it's 4-handed, and you're less likely to go multi-way, and you're going when you're playing. Basically, the more people that are sitting at the table, the more cards of the deck go out there, and so if you don't have a great hand, like someone else almost certainly does. Like, but when you're playing four-handed, it's like it's 16 cards as opposed to like half the deck. So these are a suited ace with a pair of aces and a pure suit. The 8's a dangler, but it's good enough, and it matches the jack, and we're on the button, so we'll be bringing that in for the max. And not a super great flop, but what I said, we're in position, so we will be betting it if no one bets in front of us. Someone does bet in front of us. We're still going to call because we still do have aces. We don't have any backdoor equity, though, so that kind of sucks. So we'll call. We'll do one call. We could always... Yeah, it's just getting worse. That's a bad card for us. We do have the 8 as a blocker, but I don't know that that's going to be much. They either probably have a 5 or a 7. They could have an overpair. We do have aces, and they're betting small, and we could always spike an ace, and so three big blinds to win 21 is good odds, and so we'll see. We do have aces and 5s of the jack. It's not a terrible hand. They might be playing a 5. They might have a straight. We'll see. Like I said, for three big blinds, we have to call 3 big blinds to win 30. That's 1 in 10. So we got a 1 in 10 shot, and we do, and we win it. So what we know from this player is bets bad equity out of position. We're going to fold this bad hand. And what they were doing also is they were telegraphing their bet size equals their strength of their hand. So when they bet small, they have a bad hand, and they're going to bet big with a good hand. So we know that about this player because that was just terrible play by seat 2. And so that's a wonderful person to have in front of us. And what that means is when they bet small, we're going to bet big. I'm not going to call them anymore. I'm now going to be re-raising them. And because like when they bet small, that means they've got a marginal hand, and that means we can blast at them, and they'll just fold to us, and they'll just give us the pot, no matter what we have in our hand. So blast small bets. Bet size equals hand strength. So we're going to give them a fish. That was some fishy bullshit. So we've got a mark already. I would much rather have them in seat 6 and be on the other side of them, but that's perfectly acceptable for them to be there. So they bet big there, so they probably had 2 pair or a set. We're seeing seat 6 here is deciding whether they want to post their blind or not. No, they're going to sit out. We're on the big blind. That's not a great hand, but it's not. It might be defensible on the big blind. We get the fish in there. We'll see if it goes multi-way. Probably will. We'll probably get yeah. It's like right on the edge. I'm just gonna let it go and kind of watch what happens. I'm not loving that hand. We would have hit a pair of 10s. Like our hand looks so way better than it actually is. No equity here. Like bad straight equity. Like bad equity to the low end of the straight. No real. I mean backdoor. We've got a backdoor. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We've got garbage.
Yeah,
it's garbage.
Yeah. I just realized that I'm on mic and I can actually comment.
Yeah,
that's what I'm supposed to be doing here.
I think so. I think you're here. I think hey chat, let us know if you can hear Emily. I think we should be able to hear. So now we do have a suited ace, and we're on the small blind, but we're on the small blind, and the 5, 7, 8 isn't great, so we're gonna let that go too.
Yeah.
On the small blind, we're just gonna be patient because this seat two's like betting way more than they should. Yeah, we would have had an ace, but like look at that. We would, and we have a backdoor flush with the spades. We don't have a kicker with our ace. Our kicker's an 8. That's terrible. There's so many things that could already beat us. Now a spade come, we'd have more equity. We'd still be playing. And so like I said, we'll see what they do. We already know what seat 2 is going to do. So we don't really have to pay attention to them. Let's start paying attention to seat 3. They checked, so they don't have that much. There was maybe a position bet. They have a piece. Yeah. Ace 8.
We would have pushed. We would have pushed. Wow.
Yeah, we would have pushed. But I mean, it
Not
still
worth
would have
it.
sucked.
Yeah.
we might have blasted them and taken it. But like I said, out of position, multi-way, fuck that.
Yeah.
Ace king, suited king. Yeah, we'll play this in position. Yes, we will.
Real
We'll
quick,
bet the pot.
Charlotte, can y'all hear me? Amanda wasn't sure if chat can
I've
hear.
got you. Your meters are good on OBS, so they should be able to hear.
Okay, good.
Unless something's super sideways. Hope so.
Yeah,
So
I just
this
logged it
hand
on.
is mediocre. It's an okay hand. We don't have anything here. We have a pair of 5s, so that's not good. And here we go. So this guy is betting small. So we'll see what seat 4 does. If they call, we're gonna fold. If they don't, we're gonna blast them. Remember what I said?
Yeah.
They're betting small, so we're gonna blast them and see what they do. They're re-raising. They have a 9.
Oh, fuck.
So we're just gonna let that go. They might have had 2 5s. They might have had a 9 and a 5. They definitely had a 9. This is also a good hand. We're going to play it. It's not a great hand, but it's a good hand. And we have some backdoor equity with our hearts. We have top pair and an ace kicker. We're out of position, and we'll check it. Our hand isn't that great. We'll see what they do. We're still going to do it. They re-raised us there, so that's fine. We're still going to blast them. So I think I'm just going to call this because we have a marginal hand here. We're better. We're gonna re-raise them when they bet here. And we're gonna call if they blast, and we're gonna blast. Pair of 10s maybe is good, maybe not. They're calling. They have the clubs. That sucks.
Damn it.
We should have checked. We were out of position. Ace, ace, suited ace. Yes, we play.
All right, and we need to tighten up again.
Yeah. Oh, again. we got a little arrogant with seat 2 there, so we'll get them. We'll get them. They are still fishy. We're good here. We have aces. We got nut flush draw here. We also have the wheel draw. We have a lot of equity here, so we're gonna blast. Let's just pot it.
Well, Nick, the carrots there, we've been sort of dangling it. So, oh no, but they folded. They didn't have anything. I thought for sure they would challenge us, considering. We went up a little bit. That's good.
A little bit. Hand. We probably could have. We were multi-way, and I didn't really want to keep going multi-way because so many bad runouts. We had so much equity in that hand, though. Like, I mean,
I'm so
we
curious.
probably should have bet smaller. Just because
really
we had so much equity. Yeah. What are you gonna say?
I'm sorry, I keep talking over you. I'm excited about this hand. I'm curious to see what you think about this one.
Oh, this hand is good. This is a big blind, so we're in the big blind, so we're defending this hand. We're not going to raise it. We're just going to call whatever anyone does. We would even call a 3-bet with this hand, I think. Maybe. And we have a very good straight equity here. We don't have any flush equity. We're out of position, so we're going to check, and we're going to check call. Maybe check raise. We'll see. Let's go. Let's check raise them, see what they do. We have equity. So they're going to call. So now we are going to bet. We're gonna play our equity. Nah, we're still we got burned last time. We'll check. We'll check it. We'll see what they do. They might pot control. They might bet. We're calling if they bet. We have too much equity to go anywhere. They could easily have an ace. Easily have an ace. We now have 3 10s. I'm 100% that we're good here. So I want them to call, so I'm gonna bet small. I'm gonna bet half pot. I want them to call. I mean, they could have a full house. It's possible. And if they sucker, and if they do and they sucker us, then we get what we get. They don't have anything. Yeah.
Oh.
Blow on the pot and they're out. They didn't have shit. That was so yeah, they just like to see bet basically. They just like betting the flop. That's okay. The thing to do is, well, if they're c-betting every time, our strategy of just raising them every time is the right way. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to raise them small, and then because they'll fold to a small re-raise if they're bluffing, and then if they have something, they'll blast back. So
True.
we'll just keep
They bet.
check raising them small, and we'll see what they do. And so a call will mean they have something marginal or a draw. And so here we go. Small blind. I'm going to bring in the 2. It's a good enough hand. It's a suited ace, the 9 and the 10 and the 4. All those cards it's not a great hand, but it's a good enough hand. Oh, we get min raise. We get min click by this douche. Yeah, we'll call your min raise. Oh, we got nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
I mean, an 8 brings us a straight, but hearts are bad, so we don't have much. We have a backdoor wheel draw. We don't have much. We don't have much here. Our equity isn't good, out of position, multi-way, and so.
Just
like
so
I
you
said,
know.
Yeah.
Oh, just so you know, looks I got the text just now. Should be about probably 45 minutes that I got.
Cool. I can dig it. That'll get us to the break. Here we go. There's a hand in position on the button. Kings and a suited king. The 6 is a dangler, but that's okay. We've still got a fine hand here. So I feel like we're going to get called no matter what from seat 2. And if they 3-bet us, we're not going anywhere.
Are we betting a little obvious on our hands? Are we kind of matching what 2 is doing, where we're betting what we have?
We're not doing it post. We're doing it pre-flop, and I don't bet according to my hand strength. I bet according to my position. And I honestly, I've been playing enough at these stakes. I don't think they're paying any attention. So once again, we're just gonna raise them and see what they do. I don't think they have anything. 3, 4, 5. We have the 6 blocker. We have the hearts. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna bet them.
This one's making me nervous.
No, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid at all. They're gonna call. They've got something. We still have kings. I think we're good. They would have raised if they had. They'll blast here. Yeah, they don't have anything. We got a pair of kings. I'm gonna pot it. I don't want them to call. They don't have anything. There we go. We got our money back.
Good play.
Same strategy. We're just going to keep it up with them. They're going to keep calling, and we're going to keep raising them small. Is what we're going to do. And we're just going to bet according to how they bet, because they're playing face up. So, this is bad.
So say, how does this hand look in the cutoff?
It looks bad it looks bad in any position. like 3 diamonds and Jack 8 9 would be better. I mean, that dangling 3 ruins it. The 3 of diamonds ruins that hand. If this is Jack 8 9 with a 10, that would be a good hand, especially if the 10 was a heart. That'd be a great hand. That'd be a monster. 10 Jack 8 9 double suited would be fantastic. If that was any other suit but a diamond, it would be a better hand. If that was a high. If the 3 was a higher card that wasn't a diamond, that would be a potential playable hand, basically. If it was in the range of a rundown with a jack, that'd be fine. It'd be playable. If it was a double suited rundown where Jack 10 9 8, that would be a monster. That's like a three bet. That's the kind of hand that cracks aces. So we play those even to 3 bets.
So you are hungover because of a pre-birthday celebration. Are we doing shows? Are we doing shows next Saturday to celebrate on your birthday?
We could. I mean, we're doing shows for. I don't plan on not doing shows ever unless I'm completely unable to. Oh, our fish left, so now we have to focus on the other players.
Oh, damn it!
It's all right.
You
We got 14 big blinds out of them. We're okay.
Okay.
It's a good win rate so far.
What day is your birthday again?
It is Monday. Monday is my birthday. January 27th.
27. Oh, this being in Australia with a different day, it's gonna always.
Yeah, you're way ahead. You're way ahead. You're on the other side of the international date line.
It sucks that I'm ahead but behind. So I'm ahead a day, but it's effing early to make it for the
Well,
first
that's what
show.
I'm saying. I feel like I don't know if I'll carte blanche to use the Aussie accent, but I sure love it. I don't know how good it is. Charlotte, tell me how good my accent is.
Having been here a week, I can tell you it's not strong.
It's not strong. It's not good, huh?
I've heard better from you.
You've heard better. You've heard better from me.
This isn't your Aussie accent. You've
This is
done
not
better.
my best Aussie accent, eh?
No.
I've had better. All right. I'll keep it trying.
You
I'm
get a little
still
British
waiting to
there.
hear from Charlotte. I'm hoping I'm not being offensive.
Needs some work, darling. She says needs
some work. Needs some work. Here's the thing. Here's one thing I do know is I don't think it could be offensive. I think me caring about whether it's offensive or not is what makes it not a good accent.
I'm pretty sure that's how it was.
Needs some work. Back to the drawing board. Okay, fine. I think I could probably do it. I would have to. I can do accents, especially if I sit and listen to them for a minute. So if I was in a conversation with or watching a movie with, we've got clubs here. We have to and a top pair. We got to bet this. Out of position. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna bet out of position. Fuck it. Are we multi-way? Yeah, we're multi-way. I don't care. We've got top pair. We've got a top pair and a good flush draw.
What were you saying about the plan going out the window, babe?
Get a cola. Seat 3 is gonna play. Well, the straight came. 4-5 makes the straight. So we'll check out of position. And we'll see how they bet. And they're going to bet big. They could easily have 4-5. We do block it with the 4. And we still do technically have top pair, but I am concerned about that straight. But I can't be afraid of it because we do have top pair and we hit nothing.
Yeah.
They had the ace. They had a pair of 7s too. They did not have the straight. But they spiked an ace. So we were right to call. We made the right call. We would have split the pot. If they hadn't spiked their ace, I don't feel bad about it. That was not the bad play. Small blind, no thanks. Oh, Charlotte, you didn't like my Australian accent. Emily didn't like it either.
I just said it's not your best.
That's true.
When you're hungover, maybe not the character.
I am not in peak form right now. I'm in some form. This is not my final form. This is not even my final form. Is that Dragon Ball Z? I've never actually watched Dragon Ball Z.
When I get back home, it looks like you and I have some homework. We got to watch Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Okay, I'll watch things with you. I'll hang out with you and do stuff. I like that. This is a hand we're playing.
We doing karaoke when I get home?
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
For sure. I
Christina's
haven't done it yet.
already been texting me.
Yeah, I know. I didn't do it last week. I had something going on, and this month, and then Monday we're going out to dinner, so I can't do it on Monday either. I should just text Charlotte and Raina and just be like, hey, girls, I didn't forget about you. Still love you. Just Mondays have been weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mondays are always weird. Mondays fuck me up. I hate to be Garfield about it. Like, oh, I hate Mondays. Yeah, we're gonna plot that. We're in position, and that's a good hand. The 6 isn't great, but it goes with the 9. It's double suited. 9s are solid. It's good range. Good range to play in position. Our diamonds came. We do have straight and flush equity, and we're in position. And those are two. That's a good for our range, so we're gonna bet it large because we're in position and we have equity, and we're blasting with those. Remember, blasting in position with equity. And we've got equity, and we're in position.
9-7. I want 9-7 to come up.
I don't care. I just want to blast. I just want the pot. I don't care what cards come. Actually, I mean, of course I do. I want to have a better hand, but like, I don't even think C4 is gonna call.
She's bluffing it home.
They're just thinking about it. Yeah, they're right on the edge. They don't know what to do. This is a tough decision. So we'll see so they've got something. We know that they have something. They could have Queen 7. They could have pair of kings. They just let it go. Cool. Blast in position with equity. That's our MO now.
There we go. Charlotte gave us a super chat for I believe it was for it's a laughing super chat, and I believe it was for your Mondays, your Garfield Mondays.
My Garfield, I hate Mondays. Not good enough for the cutoff. Right on the edge there, that hand. The 5 and the 6 are too low, too spread apart. Not close enough together. King Jack is nice. Suited King's nice. The 5 and the 6 low cards are bad. We're not on the button. Cutoff is still good position, but it's got to be better. It's got to be better. That doesn't make the pay grade. God, look at me. Look at me. What does that look like? That's how I feel. It's like,
yeah. Yeah, I feel it.
Our equities manifest. Our equities manifest. It's so fun. It's so stupid. Yeah, we have actually a lot of equity in this hand. We've got straight draws all over the place. We've got the spade draw. I'd be blasting here if I was in this hand. There it is, nut flush. And they're betting. Like, what a wonderful situation it would have been. So they're betting large out of position, and they don't have the nut flush. So they're semi-bluffing. Large. This hand's terrible. Semi-bluffs large out of position. We're going to give them a little flame for aggressive.
Oh, what the hell?
They almost certainly had a high flush. I think they did. Or maybe they had 2 pair or even trips or a straight. They could have had a straight. People play straights like that. But like, that's great news for us, because like, if we see that shit, it's like okay, we know what to do. We know that we knew the other players, they didn't know that they didn't have the nut flush because we had it. So, oh, look at that. So we have that's the kind of information you have to pay attention to, because that was really valuable information. So we knew that they didn't have the nut flush and they bet large out of position on the river, which means they're willing to do that without the nuts. And not a lot of players will do that. Knowing they could be beat, they'll still bet. So they probably had a good hand, a good flush, or a straight, maybe even trips. I don't know if they're capable of straight up bluffing with like a missed draw, but there were no missed draws. Like it was just like the draws were all there. The draws all came. So I'd be willing to bet they had a solid hand. But I don't know that for sure, but we know that they didn't have the nuts and they still bet it. So that's important information. We need to remember that in situations when they bet us large on the river, we might be more willing to call them down with a good hand, not necessarily the nuts. I didn't bet pot though. I did the 2/3, 3/4. So also worth noting.
Oh, hey, I get summer out here finally. It's gonna hit 84 today.
Yeah. What's that in Australian temperature? About
Like
29,
26, I thought was what it got up to. Let me go back
26.
to my thing and change it back to Celsius. Let's see. Let's go back to it. There we go. 29. Yeah, 29 is
Look at
yeah,
me.
good
Look
call.
at me.
You're a
Me, a
much better
woman of the
Aussie than I am.
world. I'm a woman of the world here. I'm cultured. Yeah, that's warm. That's a warm one. And it is summer there, isn't it? It's peak
It
summer.
is, yes. So I'm taking these pants off and
Fuck yeah, it's a great
gonna
plan.
go.
I honestly, that's just a great plan, period. Should I defend
Full
this
stop.
hand?
Full stop.
Do I defend this hand? It's like right on the edge. Yeah, I can defend it.
I don't know.
And that's really
Nope.
good for my range, so I'm going to check raise even though I've got nothing.
Nada.
I'm going to blast them.
Not
That's
the
such a
Alice in
good hand for my
Wonderland
range,
dress.
for my big blind calling range, and that's really bad for their lead button range. So I have the range advantage, and now I have to, and I do have a straight anyway. So now I'm gonna bet, but I'm gonna bet small because I want them. Now I can't bet small because there's no money in the pot. I'm just gonna bet the pot. They're probably just gonna fold because they don't have anything. So this is a bad range. It's bad for their range, and I have the straight. So
I've got
oh,
two
look at that.
options. The dress.
Well, look
Ooh,
at that. So they could have 9-10, I suppose. We have 5 to the
5 to the
9.
9. Nice.
Well, no, that's not nice. That's scary.
Because it's not high enough to
So
do
we have
anything.
options here. Should we put them all in? Because I mean, we have to call, right? We have a straight. I have to go. We have to go all in. And so because they're short stacked, they're going to go all in. So they might have 9-10. If they have 9-10, we're beat, and they do, and we're beat. And that's all it
Damn
is.
it.
It's okay. It's how it goes. This poker.
Yeah. But
That's what we get for defending.
sometimes you lose in poker and it's a damn it.
It is. We made the right play. We did it right. I think maybe not. Maybe we didn't. Maybe we should have assumed they had 9-10, but we had the blocker and we had the straight. Just like, okay, you got to play those hands. This is definitely a hand I must raise here from the small blind.
Oh, everything's suited up.
It's double suited. It's a double suited
straights.
rundown. Yeah, it's a
God
double suited
damn.
rundown. This was a great. There's a gap there, but we did hit. Ooh, Jack, that's not great. We're out of position. So that wasn't a great flop for us. I'm wondering if we do have straight equity, so I have to call it. Oh no, I have to raise it. Can't fuck with one big blind. Go eat shit. One big blind. Get the fuck out of here. 7, 8, 9. I have to blast you for that fucking min bet. You can't. What do you have? Jackson 4s? I don't think I've got anything here. They put me all in. What the fuck did they call it? What was that?
And did they win?
Jackson 4s were good. Yeah, I won. I won a giant pot. What was that? Why? Why did you do that? Seat 3 had club. They were on a club draw. And it wasn't even the nuts. They had no pair. They were simply on a club draw. That's all they were. I guess they had a straight draw too. So they had equity.
So you just won a pot and we only have 66 blinds?
Yeah, because I lost a bunch to the when I went all in. I put them all in, and I lost a big pot to them to their better straight. I got out straighted.
Yeah, so the 9-10 straight got us, huh? Wow.
We got to crawl out of the gutter here, but I think
didn't see how much that hit us.
Yeah, I think our strategy is still sound. We'll be okay. We're not out of the count. I could top off. We'll see. We'll play a couple hands short stack, see how it goes. But I mean, like, semi-bus large out of position, chases equity to the river. Oh, yeah. I can defend it. It's a suited king and it's a pair. And we have backdoor flush equity. We have a second pair. We're out of position. We'll see what anyone else does. There's so much that could beat us, though. Yeah, it's not looking great for us. But everyone's checking. So we'll just check it down. Hopefully win a small pot with our second pair, which might be good here. Yeah. I don't even know if we can call this. There's way too much that beats us. An ace beats us. 10 on a Broadway beats us. 2 pair beats us. Those are all hands everyone plays. I'm just going to let that go. Our pair of kings isn't going to do anything. Especially without a kicker. Yeah. No, thank you.
Big little nope on that one.
It would have been that's a great flop for this hand. But it's still stupid. We'd have been playing it. We would have hit our straight. It would have been the low straight, though.
Yeah, again.
Those are dangerous, as we saw.
Yeah. Would have been the low.
Yeah. We got the 7 to the 3. You can see in the corner here to the lower right, it tells you exactly what you have.
Oh, 7 to 3? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's no, when the high straight
is
right there on the board. Yeah, no.
It's not a great habit to get into. Relying on that is a bad habit. You should know what's in your hand by looking at it, because if I ever played live, I'm not going to have that HUD. We're in position. We're gonna bet it. We should have bet smaller though, because they're short stacks. So I kind of don't care. At
officially
this point,
got the 30-minute notice.
Okay, cool. At this point, we're looking to basically try and get any hand that we have equity that we're playing in. We want to get our whole stack in. So we have to what's called manipulate SPR, which is stack to pot ratio. We have to bet according to our stack so that we can have our full stack by the river. And this is definitely a hand that we want to play, because we've got backdoor equity here with the clubs. We also have the wheel draw with the ace 4, and we're on the button. So they have something. We can't not call it. I don't know if I want to blast it multi-way. Maybe raising it was the right move. Now that's good for us. That could have brought the straight. We're going to blast it. We don't have enough to blast it. That's the thing. So I am going to, because if we bet the pot here, that's going to leave us with like 11. So I'm going to bet small because we want it in by the river. So we're going to,
Yeah.
I'm going to do just 10.
I like it. I like it.
I should have done maybe, because I knew they were going to call. We have 9s and 3s.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
going to check it. It's not good. We'll see. I don't think they have anything, but I'm not willing to risk the rest of my stack. So we're in position. I'm just going to check it
Okay.
and see if we can win a showdown here. And we can't. So they would have called us. They had 9s and 5s. They would have probably called us.
Damn it.
So.
And this is how poker goes, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
One hand can end a great day.
Yeah, we didn't have the chips to bluff them out.
Yeah, it all goes down to that
like,
straight where we got just beat on that straight.
I mean, that's okay. I didn't know it. I should have folded. I knew that that's what they had. Like,
yeah,
players don't check raise at this. They never check raise unless they have the nuts. They just never do. And so, like, I should have known they had the nuts straight on the turn. Even though but it's like I had the blocker, and that's my leak. Is like I'm thinking like GTO, and I'm not playing against players that are playing GTO, and like I have to learn to be playing my opponents and not like by the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I would have to assume that online poker really opens you up to that, right? Where people aren't playing quote unquote the way you should. A lot more often.
Actually online poker gets way closer to GTO than live poker. Live poker is wild. Like, it's so bad. It's so soft.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, it's just, and it's way more money flying around, which is like, if you've got the bankroll, live is the way to go. Plus, people just tell you what they have. You can talk to them. You can be like, hey, what do you have? And they'll just tell you. It's wild. Live poker's insane. Like, it's expensive. I just don't have the bankroll for it. Otherwise, I would be doing it all the time. Oh, I feel good about that.
The 2 pair? Oh no, you only have the 1.
No, we have a pair of jacks, but we do have the equity.
What spades?
They don't have anything. We got 3 of a kind. We got it. Take what we can get. They're gonna fold. I'll take what we can get. Take what we can get.
All right. A little bit more helps. Every little bit helps.
We're crawling out of the gutter here. I think we'll be able to. It's like there's a part of me that just wants to top it off and like have the stack to throw around. That's probably the right move. Maybe I'll do that once. We'll see. Now I'm gonna wait till the break. We got 15 more minutes before I take a break, and so like I'll see. I'll play short stacked until then, and if I'm still short,
just don't go in unless you have to.
Well, it's advantageous. Like, if you think you're going to win, you should have a bigger chip stack. Like, I mean, it's topping off isn't a bad move at all. It's a good move.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that, like, you don't want to dwindle anymore. You don't want to buy back in. You want to add to what you got. So
like buying back in is okay, is what I'm saying. It's like, if you think you can beat the other players at your table, you want to have more chips so you can get so when you do go all in, you can make more chips. Like, the most I can get from a pot is someone matching me my stack size. Like, that's the most I can get. And if it goes multi-way, I can triple it or whatever. But I can't get any more than that heads up. So if I have if I went heads up and went stacked off with someone in 1, then I would get 43.2 big blinds. Whereas if I was stacked off with them and I had 100, I would get 100 big blinds. And so it's like, that's the bigger chip stack is always advantageous. We're in this hand for some reason. We must be the big blind. We're big blind and we're 3-way, and this hand is terrible. And there's an ace and a king out there, and I have no equity and no business being here. Oh, good Lord. Here we go.
You're not
There's a
going
hand.
on the strength of a pair of deuces.
Nope. Pair of deuces is not worth a lot. Oh, I got WhatsApped. All right. We're going to bring in the kings, though. Out of position. We hit our queen. We have an overpair. The top pair blocker. And so we are going to bet because they're probably going to call diamonds. I'm calling. I don't believe they have a set. They don't. They have queens. Our kings are good. Oh, they hit their flush.
Damn it to hell.
It happens. It happens. Sometimes you have a flush. They weren't wrong. They played it right. We also played it right sometimes. That's no good. Now we're definitely buying. We're topping off now. No sense playing with 16 big blinds. That's just a good way to throw away your stack.
I gotta rely on Charlotte to remind me to keep reapplying sunscreen today. Going on mute for a minute.
Yep.
Quick note, I was feeling pretty dysphoric yesterday, and today I feel really cute.
Well, that's good to know. I like that. Yeah. I like when you're happy and you feel cute. Yeah. I've been feeling pretty good about myself lately. I feel like I look good. I'm comfortable with my milfy overweightness. I've gotten like super milfy in like the last 3 months, and I'm super fucking into it.
Hell, if you're pulling, yeah, might as well get into it. Lean in.
I am. I'm into it. Like I'm about it.
You're getting some primo tail too, so
I'm not really. I'm not. Like I'm thinking of all the terrible slang terms for that. It's like, oh. Okay, that's a double suited ace. That's not aces. That's a good hand. Yeah, that's bringing. Even though it's out of position. Or four-handed now. I will get probably at least one, maybe two, or two, maybe two. They probably will call. They might even raise, and we would call them with our two suits. Are you gonna do? Is your hand good enough to call? It's a tough one. Tough one. No, it's not. Well, we hit top pair. We have backdoor equity with clubs. Not much else. We'll check raise. Definitely better trips now. TTRPG. I don't know what that means, but I like Milfageddon.
TTRPG is just tabletop role-playing game.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you for the slang language. No, this hand's bad. I'm not gonna defend it. Oh, multi-way. Look at that. We did a great straight draw. Actually, we hit a straight. We flopped a straight with a nut straight draw. Oh, yeah. See, I'm folding all the hands that hit. I folded a full house. I folded a couple other hands that hit pretty hard, but it's how the cards fall sometimes. I don't feel like I'm playing badly, even though I'm hungover. I don't know. I don't think it'll be an extra long session, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh. No, it's out of position. It's a small blind, even if it's heads up. Not good enough. Not good enough. Are we heads up now? Yeah, we are. All right. Well, we're three-way. We just put this hand's heads up, so you got to be real loose when it's heads up. Play about 75% of hands. There we go. Table filled up real quick. That's wild. Raising. Are you going to call my 3-bet? You're not. Probably a good fold. Probably a good fold, seat 6. Wow. Get out of here. Take a hike. Ellen, you still there? Or did you take off for the day?
I'm still here. I will say goodbye. The bathroom I'm in is
Oh,
echoey and has a fan, so I'm not. I'm just doing makeup, but still.
okay, it's funny. It was super echoey. Oh, I folded another full house, Emily. My word. Crocky. Giving around folding full houses ain't the way to win at poker. Would have been a full house over a straight, too. I would have made bank. Maybe. We're aces on the board now. It scares people. Blup. No, thank you. I think I'm going to go ahead and sit out and go take my break. It's the top of the hour. We'll come back. We'll do another hour, and then we'll see how I feel because I kind of feel like dog shit. All right. I love you. Emily, if you got to go, if you're not back before I'm back from break, I love you and have a good day. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say goodbye to everybody because I think my friend's gonna be here soon, so I won't be back after the break. Have a great time, everybody. I love you
Dig
all,
it.
and we'll see you soon. Okay.
Cool. Be back in about 3 minutes. All right. I'm back here and I will post my missed blinds. Because that's only fair to the table. And I don't want to sit around for another 10 minutes while the orbit goes around. A little impatient, maybe, but I think it's okay. I don't mind posting my blinds. I maybe should have got more water. I am gonna go do that. I'm gonna get more water. I'll be back in time for my hand that I'm dealt in, which is gonna be 2 hands from now. Tables seat 6 is multi-tabling. They're not paying attention. They're moving real slow. They're tapping out of a lot. They're timing out of a lot of hands. That sucks. Glad they left.
I wonder if Amanda knows we can still kind of hear her back in the background. And I also wonder if she's left me plugged in, even though I said goodbye, so that I can run the stream by myself now. We don't have a hand yet, so she's still doing just fine.
That's super cool. That's a super cool song.
This is our stream now. We've taken it over.
Archer's really good too.
Fascinating conversation we get to hear.
Cheers, yeah. All right, back to work. I love ya.
So just so you know, it was faint, but we were able to hear most of that. Just keep that in mind next time you take a break.
My dad, talking to my dad about the Perry Mason theme.
I didn't hear that bit, but we're talking about, he said cheers, and I forget what, Archer.
Archer's a good, yeah, we're talking about good TV themes because he's watching Perry Mason. And Perry Mason is one of the better TV themes of all time, in my opinion. It's a really good theme. And like I said, I think my favorite TV theme, I think the best TV theme of all time is the Doctor Who theme.
Ooh, God. Okay.
I'm hard pressed to think of a better theme than that. It's just so cool. Like, it's just a great tune. It's rad. It gets you pumped. Like, I think Happy Days is a really good one.
We had so many great ones in the 80s. Well, even going back to the 70s. I'm just a big, huge fan of Dukes of Hazzard theme because I'm a big Dukes of Hazzard
the theme
fan.
To the Dukes of Hazzard, but like those just old 70s themes were good.
Yeah,
like the Bob Newhart show was a really good theme, and so was Newhart, which was the 80s one when he was in the Vermont Hotel. And that was a really good theme. That was Henry Mancini wrote that. It was like, it was really
can't go
good.
wrong there.
Yeah.
But I'm also a huge fan of the A-Team and the Knight Rider themes.
I think we're gonna blast here.
Airwolf. I mean, come on.
Airwolf was super cool.
Miami Vice.
So was the A-Team. Yeah, Miami Vice. That was Jan Hammer. Yeah.
A-Team was the da 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 da.
And plus with the intro of them talking and telling the story of the A-Team.
If you know how to find them.
Yeah. If you need help and you have no one else to turn to, and you can find them, maybe you can call the A-Team. Yeah, the 80s were a while. Knight Rider. Knight Rider was a cool theme too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Real rad. Real rad.
I think I think better than trying foreign accents is we're going to mouth replicate popular 80s themes. I think this is a really good strong bit for us.
Like also I don't know, it's funny and it is good in a way because it's Leon Redbone, but the Mr. Belvedere theme.
Oh, I don't remember that one at all.
Snakes on the China, never met him
Oh God.
before. Okay. You
God
don't
damn.
remember
Yeah.
that one?
Vaguely. I
When you
blocked
don't
that
take
show
your
out.
jacket, as an
I
angel
hated
the
that show.
door.
But the thing
I
is
know
I
it
hated that show. I don't know why I saw so
because it
much of
was
it though.
terrible. Because it was on TV and we just watched TV and our parents plopped us in front of the TV, and plus it was just like TV was just a thing. It was like you just always wanted to watch TV.
Yeah,
Like
and
and
there was
like
only
it didn't
four
matter what was.
channels,
I
so
mean, we
yeah.
watched Full House for fuck's sake. It was so bad.
That's how desperate we were for
Yeah.
entertainment.
Oh, that dangling four sucks. I gotta get rid of that hand. It was tempting to play it, but like see, I keep folding all the good hands. And
Yeah,
so
just the
much
way it goes.
once again, a shit ton of equity in all the hands that I fold. I mean,
Uh,
play hands and I get out straighted. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
well, of course you're
I
gonna
was
get
out of
outrated every
position.
time.
This is a
So gay.
button, but it's still bad. This isn't that bad. This is a playable hand on the button. It's a
Amanda,
rundown. It's a suit. Yeah. What?
you can't be that gay and expect not to be outrated.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Next week on Mr. Belvedere. Do you remember the punk? Oh, I'm not calling a race. Do you remember the Punky Brewster theme?
No, I don't. I was just gonna say, do you remember the Small Wonder, the one with the robot little
I
girl?
do
God, I
remember Small
fucking
One. I
hated
loved
that
Small
show.
Wonder. I loved that
Jesus,
show.
was
I
that was
loved the robot
torturous.
girl. She was so hot. I was
Oh,
so
it
into
was.
the super
I
strong
could
robot girl. Like that was
I
such a
couldn't get
thing
past
for me. It just got me going when I was a kid.
I couldn't
Yeah.
get past how annoying she was. So I couldn't stay with how hot she was. 'Cause I know she was a really pretty girl, but
I mean, she was a
no.
kid, like, but we were kids, so it was okay.
Hmm. Well, it wasn't like a creep factor, just like she was fucking annoying.
I loved it. I loved Small Wonder. There was Out of This World was the girl that could freeze time by putting her fingers together.
Hmm.
You remember that one?
I I'm gonna go with no. I think I vaguely do, but no, didn't catch that one.
Yeah, so it's the her she was like half alien. Her dad was a deadbeat dad space alien that knocked up her mom, and like she had his space alien powers and she could freeze time by putting her hands together, and she had this little like plastic glowing egg that her dad would communicate with her and talk to her over her egg, and like and her dad's was Burt Reynolds.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy crap! No. Okay, I have to go with no. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
Damn. What a pull to get Burt Reynolds as a recurring character.
I
Wow.
mean, it was the 80s and like he was, he wanted money, he wanted to get paid, like any other actor. It's like it's one of those things where it's like paying gigs a paying gig. It's like I'm a little older now. Like when I was younger, I would have disparaged some people, but it's like the dude from what's his name? I don't know his name. He played Guilfoyle in Silicon Valley, and he's on the stupid Tulsa show, King of the Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone. This right wing bullshit. And he's on that show and it's a really bad show and his part is really bad. But like
Oh,
it's a paying gig and like TV makes fucking stupid money. My friend I had a friend that was an aspiring actor in the 90s and I watched him go from struggling and doing shitty like theater to getting shows, cable shows, and then ultimately he was a original cast member of CSI. And I want to play this hand, but like it's that two in early
The
position. I
fucking
gotta let it
two.
go. That fucking two in early position. Like, yeah, and multi-way, yeah, it's okay. But yeah, and I remember when he got the CSI gig and like his first, and this is like 1997 or 98. I remember his first paycheck was like $42,000. Like it was
Oh,
insane. Like so that's why they got Burt Reynolds, because if they're gonna give you $42,000 every 2 weeks, like it's like
yeah, I'll show up.
yeah, that's why. And
I'm there.
this guy, and he was a nobody at the time. Like he was just a good looking dude. That was, he wasn't even that good of an actor. I hate to say it. Like he's like, and like, I don't think he's really done anything since then, but he's still really good looking. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's doing stuff. I haven't seen him in anything. But yeah, TV money, Hollywood TV money is
Where
it's a
it's at.
lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And so it's I can understand why someone like the guy that played Guilfoyle would take the Tulsa King gig. Like even if it's a bad role, he's a millionaire. He's
Well,
making millions of dollars. Yeah.
and I
Just
don't know about you, but I'm kind of sad that TV money doesn't mean transverse money.
That's true. I'm also sad about that. That kind of TV money is pretty fucking terrible, quite frankly, if I'm being honest. Thank you, Charlotte, for your super chats, keeping us alive. Oh, yeah, we're heads up. I gotta bet this now.
Keeping us in In-N-Out cheeseburgers.
Keeping us. Pair of tens. Let's check raise.
Oh, good news though. I did sell a sticker today, and apparently, and I missed it the other day, a transphobia T-shirt.
Yay.
And for those that aren't familiar with our shirts in our Etsy store, the transverse.etsy.com, we have a shirt in there that says transphobia, and then below it, it has the definition of transphobia, and that is the fear of people infinitely cooler than you.
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, we're heads up now, so it's a different game. So it's a lot of re-raising pre-flop, a lot of being aggressive.
I did not grab
with
socks for
marginal
today, and I'm
hands. Here
going
we
to need socks for
go.
today. I'm going to wear gray socks for today. Where are my shoes? My shoes are here. Cool, cool, cool.
It's a calm hand. They're gonna fold it. We're just gonna take little chunks from them.
This one. Yeah, that needs a wash, but
Yeah,
it's the only thing I have.
They're folding a lot, so I'm gonna. Oh, they're gonna set up. What? We're still down. We're still down about 60 big blinds.
Where are we at right now? Oh yeah, yeah. But we're coming back. We're coming back.
Yeah, so we're still down.
Slowly, surely, slowly.
Well, we're at. I don't know even if we're gonna get another table. We'll see. I'll wait for another maybe I'll give it a minute, 30 seconds or so before it. See if it seats us. Otherwise, I can. Oh, there we go. All right, cool.
Everybody left that table?
Well, everyone else left the table, and so we were the only ones sitting there, and so now we're at another table. It's four-handed, and we're the stack, and we're in position here. So we're on the big blind, and it's a limp to us. I'm gonna raise this. That's a rundown with a suited king.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna raise that up.
Yeah, we don't have anything dangling.
Yeah, look at that. We've got a straight flush draw.
We hit everything.
Good flush draw. Top pair. Straights top two. Yeah, we've got every piece of equity. So I'm gonna bet half pot, because this is one of those things where we blow on the pot. Yeah, you blow on it, but we can't not put money in that pot. It's like I'm gonna play that. That hand was too strong to not put money in the pot.
What did you bet?
A half pot. Out of position though. And so it's like I definitely did a C bet. And it's like I guess that maybe could have been the right hand to check. And I probably should have been patient. and let someone else take a stab at it. We just had so much fucking equity. Like,
Yeah,
but they
well, those
but like you
monsters, yeah,
can't
you kind of
rely
want to
on
feel
these
everybody else
people to
first.
play like that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play the small blind.
But you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that considering how many times you fold before the flop, if you've got the monster hand, checking the first round and letting people get some equity, is sort of the way to go.
When you've
If
got
you've
that,
got the
but
monster.
okay, here's the thing about that is according to the rules, that's right. That's what I should have done. That was a great hand to protect my checking range with because I had so much equity. I just owned the board, and so we are gonna raise this here. This is a weak table here. We've got a lot of nets and a lot of not raisers, a lot of limper callers, pair of fours, over pair.
Two pair.
That's
Okay,
bad
yeah.
for our range, but I think we're still going to bet it because I'll just bet half pot and see what they do. They're going to raise us. So they have,
Oh, so they have
yeah,
a
get the
straight.
fuck,
Okay.
they have straights. Like, get the fuck out of here. My four is no good. My tens are no good. Good hand. That's why it's like, you raise in position, you raise the half pot, and they'll raise with their good hands and they'll fold their bad hands and they'll call with their marginal hands. That's kind of how it works. So, no, not good enough.
Full
Not good
discourage,
enough out
yeah.
of position, multi-way. Yeah. And so, yeah. So, what was I saying? I don't remember what I'm saying. I'm too hungry. We were talking about TV themes. You were talking about all sorts of stuff. It's the first real EDM track created by a woman that never really got any credit. Loved the Doctor Who theme. Yeah. Yeah, she never did really get any credit. It's fucking dope ass theme though. It's really cool. And she came up with that in the 60s too. So it was like, and then Pink Floyd ripped it off. Like Pink Floyd did a
Really?
song. Yeah, I mean they were inspired from it. So
Hmm.
the first track off of Metal, which is the album they put out right before Dark Side of the Moon, is 1972, I think, maybe 1971. Um the first track of that is called One of These Days, and it's a largely instrumental track where it sounds very much like the Doctor Who theme. It's a really cool song though. It's like Pink Floyd's the shit. But like, yeah, I can defend that hand because that's the weird low. If the low cards come, they didn't. But yeah, Doctor Who is a great theme. I'm really like, yeah, there were a lot of good TV themes and a lot from the 80s and the 70s. The 90s they started getting really bad. And then like themes just kind of stopped in the aughts. Like a lot of
Oh
shows
yeah.
just didn't have them anymore. And then like I was saying like Archer. Archer had a good theme. That was the teens, right? Archer. Oh, here we
Probably, yeah.
go.
Yeah,
Out of
I never
position.
really
That's
got
not
into
good.
Archer.
You
Seen a
never
little
liked
bit
the
of it, but
Archer's great. I mean, it's a little transphobic now, and it kind of sucks. But
mm,
like, it's understandable. It's not super offensive. It's just they were edgy, and they're not shitty about it. But they use words. They use the words like tranny and they made fun of like Aisha Taylor, like who's so hot, and her character's super hot. Like it was just like a thing where she had big hands, so when they would it was just there's transphobic stuff in there. I can personally look past it because it's a different time, and the whole rest of the show is so fucking good that like it's like
mm,
okay, I can look past that. It was a little rough rewatching it post transition, like it was like oh
mm.
shit really, but like I mean
Well,
what can I
and that's
say?
the whole thing with privilege, right? Is like when you're not part of a minority, you're not part of
Out
a
group, yeah.
marginalized community, then you just do not have the sensitivity to it at all, and
So
then
we
you
got.
become part of a
I'm
marginalized
sorry, Emily.
community,
I
and
got
it's
to
like,
drag
oh
this
shit,
back to the game. I've got kings here. I'm gonna call a 3-bet, and we're gonna see how this rolls. That's almost
okay,
certainly aces, and so we don't really have equity here. So we're gonna see what they do. If they bet big, we gotta go. Yeah. If they bet pot, they have aces. We're out.
you think? Well,
Aces
they
beat
would they would
kings.
they wouldn't do that with queens or something.
They may, they might, but like when players of this caliber want to get a lot of money in the pot, like almost like when these players 3-bet, it's almost when they're not 3-betting enough and they 3-bet, it's almost always aces. Like
You didn't think
almost
that maybe
always. You
they
can
were
like
going
set
for
your watch
the
to
high
it. Yeah.
straight? Okay.
And so on the chance that I spiked a king or I hit my flush draw, like I took the chance, but like I probably shouldn't have called with a pair of kings and not real good equity. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's so bad for me. Now I have 10s and 3s. Now I'll bet it. I'll bet half pot. Nah, yeah, we'll bet half pot. Do you have a flush? If they have a flush, they'll raise. Or they'll call. Because the 3s are scary. It's a paired board, but it's a paired 3, so it doesn't matter. We're just going to take it. We're just going to take it. With our sick bluff. We ran a sick bluff on seat 3 with their low stack. Oh, this is a bad hand. We're getting rid of it. Especially if after not playing to a raise. Yuck.
Guarantee you the flop is 2 4s.
Well, I mean, honestly, we haven't been getting really the cards. The runouts have not been going our way today. I don't think I've been playing very badly. I don't think. Yeah, there you go. We got 1-4. We did hit 4s and a 7, but then there's the flush that wrecks it, and the straight.
Yeah.
But we blocked the straight. But there's the straight flush. No. Yeah, straight flush is there. Yeah. No one has a flush. We could have taken this down with our 4s. I don't think they have a flush. They might have a straight though. Could easily have a straight.
A straight beats trips?
Yes, straight beats trips.
Uh-huh.
Straight beats trips. Flush beats a straight. Full house beats a flush. Quads beats a full house. All right. We're not.
Don't love it.
Yeah, it's too rainbowy and not in position. I'd played that in the cutoff I'd play that the button for sure. I'd probably play that in the cutoff, but not in the hijack. So, see ya. Here's a straight blocker. There our nut straight came. God damn it. Our nut straight came, and here they are, fucking blasting. Motherfuck. I'm folding all the giant hands, like, where they're betting on. Ugh. Like they would have put their whole stack in on with our nut against our nuts. Like, and we would have stacked them and it would have been fucking beautiful. So yeah, Fooey on the cards. The card gods do not smile on me today. The card gods are shooting ironic lightning bolts at me. I mean, we're not card dead. We're still getting hands, but like it sucks to like fold hands that that are the right hands to fold, and then they hit big, and then the other players bet into them. It's just like, oh, it just stings. It's just like, oh, this is the hand I will defend on the big blind here, depending on how if I won't call a 3-bet with it, but like if it and if it goes like all the way around too, it's like I'm probably not too multi-way. But there's weird equity here, even though it's rainbow. Yeah, so this is a free roll. Less 6. Yeah, they're gonna bring in. I'm still gonna call. Everyone's gonna call. Everyone's gonna call. Limp, 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 limp. Call, 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 call. Limp call, limp call, limp call. And we have a great straight draw. We don't have hearts, so we're out of position. We've got a bet in front of us. We're beat now. And we're drawing to the low end of the straight. I'm going to let it go. We're drawing to the low end of the straight. And we don't have hearts. And everyone else likes it. We're cooked. Great fold. So you ended up not going year around. I love that.
Oh shit, you can still hear me?
Well, you didn't say goodbye. I assumed you weren't going to just ghost me. Ghost the chat.
Well, I'm glad I made it through a trip to the potty without anybody being the wiser.
I think you weren't real.
Hey,
you weren't real like subtle about it. Like I think I didn't hear you
all right, hon,
peeing or anything.
that is it. My ride's here. I love you.
Okay, you're
good
out.
luck on the rest of the games, and I'll talk
Thank
to you soon.
you.
Okay.
I love you too, Emily. See you later. I'll see you soon. Have fun and an Australian adventure.
Yes. I will.
Oh.
Bye, y'all.
All right, Emily's out, which means I gotta focus back on the game instead of it being a chat. I think it's better with Emily there chatting. That might distract me a little from the game, but like it's fun. I think it makes for better show. Here's something. I don't love it. It's right on the edge of what we'll play. I don't think if someone raises in front of us, we're gonna let this one go. This one isn't that great. But if we get fives out, get a limp fest. I might min click it. I might min click it to limpers. What you doing, mate? Yeah, I'll bring that in. One limpa. So we'll get at least one call. Two calls. Multi-way, but in position. It's okay. It's okay. It's not a great hand. It's not a great hand, but it could be. It's not. We do have the nut flush blocker, but the paired board isn't great. But it says, oh, we're heads up. Oh yeah, we'll bet that. Half pot there. Do you like they've got a draw? They don't have a 9, I don't think. We don't have anything here. We can't even win it showdown. So it's either blast it. I don't think. Oh no, they're just gonna call. They've got too short of a stack. There we go. That might be good enough. They've got a 9. They've got a 9. Yeah, I gotta let it go. That queen's not gonna help me. There it is. They had queens. They had a full house. They had us cooked. They had us dominated. That whole way. It's nice of them to show. Eights and sixes in a folded hand. Four five's a thing. No one's got it. Lots of straights out there, including mine. Let's bring in. Gonna get a call from the short stack. Nope. Great. In position. Perfect. We're gonna bet small. We have to put money in the pot. Got a cola. Got a cola. Maybe they got a 10. Maybe they're chasing something. Now we got to bet bigger because we don't want to get flushed or straighted. So we'll bet the pot. Make them. They're calling. Well, they could have a straight. We'll bet half pot. See if they call. I think they were drawing spades. No, they called and donated. Thank you. It's good of you. What did they call with? Kings. They had kings. The fools. The fool. There's the 9. Not shocked. Not even sure I want to defend those 9s. Okay, but yeah, it's rainbow. Nothing really matches. Well, I'll free roll 9s. Sure. Look at that. And I spiked one. Let's bet the pot. I don't want the clubs to come. Okay. Not going anywhere, that's for sure. Could have trip 10s. They could have diamonds. They do have trip 10s. Fart, 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 fart. Why'd you limp? Why'd you limp? You farty fart. Alright, that's fine. 10, 10, 4, 5. That's why they limped. Yeah, we got out. We got out set. It's like, oh. I don't think we could have beat him no matter what happened. We're playing a set of 9s to a set of 10s. Like, yeah, the board pairs we lose. 10 comes, we lose. There's nothing. Only thing that could have saved us there was another 9. That would have been a monster. Yeah, nothing. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take this to the blind. We're down about 80 big blinds, or more maybe, 90. About 90 big blinds. About a bullet. Not feeling great. I'm feeling groggy. I feel like I'm making bad decisions, but I would probably be making better decisions if I wasn't this hungover. So I'm probably gonna I'm gonna duck out. I'm gonna see it through to the next big blind. So we'll see two more hands. And if I get a monster, I might stick around, but like honestly, I doubt it. Yeah. Another folded set. Good lord. It's a playable hand. You don't love that 5. The rest of it's good. Bringing a little light from early position. Good. Top 2 of the backdoor flush draw. Good enough equity. If this is we can check raise this just multi-way. No, we can't check it anymore. No one has anything. Do a half pot bet. Everyone's gonna probably fold out. Oh no, we got a bet there. We'll definitely raise. Yeah, that's what I thought. And that'll be that. And I think that's gonna be it. So thanks for sticking around, Charlotte. Love to have you. If anyone else is here, love to have you too. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks again for the super chat, Charlotte. We love you. That's nice. I'm looking forward to the Vegemite and the biscuits, and so appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna nurse my hangover. I'm gonna make some food, eat. Thinking about making a pizza. We'll see. We'll see. Uh, yeah, exactly. It wasn't bad decision making. It just like, it just didn't really go anywhere, and that's okay. It's poker sometimes. All right, we'll see you later. Goodbye. I'll see you next week. Yeah, yeah, we will. Bye, 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 bye.